Welcome to Forged in the Fires podcast with Fireman Rob. Being a fireman, father, veteran, husband, world record holder, and Ironman, he brings stories of experience to impact your life while challenging you to live it. What do you want from your life? Why do you want it? Are you willing to go through the challenges to get there? If you have the courage to take that first step, let this podcast be the catalyst to start your fire, while you bring the resilience to make it continue to burn. Our lives are made up of moments called right nows. So let's get started. Forged in the Fires podcast with your host, Fireman Rob, begins now.
Welcome back to Forged in the Fires podcast. I'm your host, Fireman Rob. Today is actually the day after my surgery. I just had surgery on my knee. 2 surgeries this year, shoulder surgery and knee surgery. So doing okay, but wanted to get this podcast out of the way because it's probably one of the bigger ones that I love to talk about is emotional control. It's not an easy thing to do. It's not something that is natural within our frame of mind. It's something that we have to learn. It's something that we have to adapt throughout our lives to be able to actually have it make sense and actually have it benefit us. The overall thing that we're going to talk about is, do external sources challenge your emotional control? And for the most part, that it is true. When we look at emotional control, and really what emotional control comes down to is not being void of emotion, and it's not being overly emotional. Emotional control is being able to understand, adapt, and overcome the obstacles that emotion has, but at the same time utilize them to benefit you in the long run. Now, what I mean by that is there's certain situations that the environment around you can cause you to get super emotional. I'm no different. I do the same thing. And you get really emotional about it when realistically it could have been a calm conversation and gotten a better outcome if there wouldn't have been as much disruption from the external sources. And external sources can be anything from other people's opinions to, anything that's going on in the world, from the news or anything like that. Those are external challenges that can make your emotional control even harder to manage, because the problem that we come into is that the emotional control that we want to have is not always the emotional control that we're going to get in that moment. So the more that you can control the controllables on a daily basis, the better you're going to get when those stressful times come, when those times when you don't think you're going to have the capability to have a rational conversation or be able to push beyond the stresses that are causing you to not think straight, to not move forward. Emotional control is a habit, and you need to take control today. It's Fireman Rob. We'll talk to you next time.
Thanks for listening and supporting the Forged in the Fires podcast with Fireman Rob. Remember, don't forget to like and subscribe to this podcast, and please share this episode with a friend or family. To find out more about Fireman Rob or reach out about a question, go to www.firemanrob.com. Until next time, live your life forged in the fires.